Okay. Jesus. We're a little late starting today. Oh, wait, is it working? So this is our first morning stream back. I say back. Basically, I just haven't been able to stream in the mornings. We did get a couple of art streams in later at night. It's also really hot in here, and I was contemplating not streaming because I'm not feeling that spicy, but we'll we'll see what happens. If it ends up being even shorter than it already is gonna be, you know what happened. Okay. Um. Anyway, if you hear the fan, I'm sorry, but it hot. We have some Ishtola to work on. We'll see what we can do. I don't know if my technique for getting these lines down is right, but I think these lines are generally what I should be going for. If only I could remember my settings. Something like this, maybe. Opacity, sure. All right, let's see what we can pull off. But yeah, I believe this is generally how I'm gonna try and do these. I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to do. I did look into it, and I don't know. No real solid answers for your boy. So maybe a little bigger for this. Um. Also, if you're wondering on the progress of my finger, fuck you. No, it's not great, but it could be worse. So. Do 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 do. Oh boy. All right, what am I doing here? Did I just change pens? No. You know what? I was worried about this. How is this looking from like an angled point of view? Don't I have to like come in like this or something? No. This doesn't look good. I need to figure out how to connect this to that. Okay. Interesting. I'm just not sure this is giving the effect I want. Like, I feel like it looks okay here, but it doesn't up here, does it? Hmm. Interesting. This doesn't make sense, though. Like, what am I doing? I feel like everything is weirdly super straight on the original. I don't know how to explain it. Well, it's not the original. It's not art. It's a mini. Well, you could argue a minifigure is some sort of art, but it's not this type of art. Like, how am I supposed to do what they did, or what I'm looking at? You know, maybe increase the size a little bit. Okay. I don't know. I'm just gonna go for it right now, and we'll see where we're at. You know what I mean? Okay. So let's maybe like do a little bit of this just so there's like some variation, some lineage, and then we'll blend it kind of like the other ones. I don't know. This might not do anything for me. Oh, I should have changed the opacity. That's fine for now. We should be okay. And this is just so like it's not a solid black color. This tends to work pretty well for making things not solid black. Okay. And then we go over it with something like this. I've been trying to look up, well, actually, I looked up how to do this, and the images of this were literally what I was doing, except they made sense. I don't know. But, like, they got it to work. I didn't, obviously. But, I did look up this to see if I could maybe pull it off better. And, like I said, what I looked at showed basically what I was doing already. Um, so I kind of just settled on I just do this and try my best. Not really sure that that's working right now. Um, but I also tried to look up how to do the side eye, and it's like what I've been doing, so I don't feel like that's working, so I don't know what the actual solution here is. This doesn't look right to me. But yeah, I don't know what the actual solution is, but that doesn't feel like it's it, you know? Let's just see what happens if we maybe match like some of the color gradient. Like, will that help? Wait, it's crazy how much that just did for this. This right here looks fucking nuts right now. What? Right? Or am I about to pass out or something? Like, this actually kind of looks like something. What that is, I don't really know, but it looks like it could be something. And I kind of fuck with it. See, this is what I feel like I hate about art. Obviously, it's not like a big deal or anything. I don't mean it like that. But to me, the step before this. Shit. Okay. The step before this, I was about to completely erase and try and figure out a new method to do, right? Like it just that wasn't it. I don't feel like that was it at all. But seeing this part now, it's a lot better. Like this is game-changingly better. I guess because I haven't been drawing as much, because I haven't really worked on anything off stream. I just haven't had the time. My wrist is starting to, or not like this area. I don't know. I'm not doing too spicy. Anyway, that's something I struggle with, like the seeing the future, right? The having the vision. Honestly, all I was trying to do was like make it so maybe we could tell there was like difference between them, and I think it's worked. Whether or not this is what I was supposed to do, I don't really know. Okay, so let's just keep going then. Okay. Thinking we maybe start with a new color, one a little less. We're gonna start getting a little confused if we do too much, though. But it should start getting a little darker here, I think. Uh-oh. I don't know if this is dark or light enough, but I also don't think I can go much lighter. Maybe this one needs to be lighter. Okay. Sorry, wrong thing. Is this the wrong thing? Might be too thick, huh? I hate having to go to work. Try and blend these relatively all right. I need something up here, like some sort of different color, I think. I don't know what though. Okay. Okay. So that should be right about here. We'll have to like draw in those weird cross stitch things, whatever the hell they are, at some point. Hopefully it's not too bad. Um, maybe the darker one up here. Right. Righty then. Let's hit maybe up to here and kind of something like that maybe. I think for the most part this should actually just be pretty dark. It's interesting. I feel like I go between preferring like the clean like solid shade and then this. I feel like tomorrow I could look at this and be like, what the fuck was I thinking? This does not look right. But then like the next day with like these hard shadows up here, for example, I don't know if they quite match, you know? So now I'm thinking like, should I get rid of those and redo it so it's got like this sort of more painted effect? Or do I just send it on that? Like do a combo? This might just straight up be the color. Oh, I guess it isn't. I was gonna say the color of the thing itself. You know, that actually might be smart. I don't know if that's what I want to do right this second, but I think we might need to put some shading over that, if you will. Oh boy. Okay. What am I doing? I feel like good, bad. Something's not right about these. I need to redo her shoes, by the way. I think. They look very, well, maybe shading would help. They look very flat. Okay. Not too bad. You know what? I think this should just be like solid, right? This should be like as dark as we're gonna be able to get it, relatively speaking. So what if I just kind of hit it with them? Because like down here is like the inner part of the coat or the dress, I guess. I don't know. Is this a coat or a dress? So this should be very uniform, I think. Not with like a bunch of light refracting and reflecting like on top. So I should just be able to paint bucket and maybe like do a little bit of touch up to this. But this should be pretty uniformly darker. Probably should have done this for the area just like about her lower back. But I didn't. And we'll just hit it with Blendo Dico to get rid of like these little edges. That should be fine. Okay, and we'll just take that right here. Do a couple of passes. Might even need to be darker. I'm not sure. Ow. Now this is pod racing. Okay. Right. There we go. That's a little better, I think. All right. Try and blendo dicko a lot of this up. Just like a slight little bit around some of these edges, I feel like. Okay. Feel like this side is like substantially better. Do-do-do. Something I will say about what we've been up to here. I honestly kind of feel like as much as sometimes these can come out pretty decent, like they're probably technically my best work or whatever, there's kind of something more satisfying about this stuff that I can do in one stream. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just one and done type of deal. I I kind of like that. Like I kind of miss being able to just like have a completed thing. I mean, I guess technically they weren't really completed, but I don't know, there was something satisfying about that for me. So like this one, I mean, we're probably gonna be working on it at least another weekend or two. Obviously this weekend there's like no way I'm getting it done. So it's like, you know, it takes me like 2 weeks or something to do this, and the end result is kind of mid. Like it's my best work, but it's kind of mid. Whereas like I could kind of do a decent sketchish type of look, and it's just kind of like done and fun. And then like it's a new thing, like maybe every other day or every day or whatever, like every other time, I guess at this point, since we're not going to be doing most midweek stuff. Almost certainly no midweek streams this coming week, by the way. I was hoping I'd get a chance Friday, but this Friday, but no. Okay. So I know that on the statue, this part that I drew is actually like a feather, and it's just like kind of dark there, and I didn't realize. But I'm gonna leave this, and we're gonna add a feather later. Anyway, I don't know. I feel like it adds a little bit of character to her instead of feeling a little flat. To me, anyway. Whether or not it really does, I don't know. But I like it, so I'm gonna leave it. Okay. The hell's going on down here? The overshooting, by the way, doesn't really matter. I'm probably just gonna like pull some sort of background trick, I think. So I'm not that worried about that. Wait, what is this? Edit image? Adobe Express. What? Ew. Ew. I guess it's kind of just effects. That's been around, but they have auto stuff. That's new. All right. Feel like this is a weirdly... Hello? I don't know, like stubby right here. I almost feel like I need to come up and do like this a little bit. And then try and blend that. Maybe like slap a little bit of this in here. Probably shouldn't, but I don't know, it just felt like it was coming to a weird point that I didn't really feel like it fit. It's a little better. I don't know, this might be too dark up here now. Or maybe it's just like too solid and I need like some sort of texturing to it. I feel like from afar you can't really make out that this is a lip and it's looking kind of weird. Ooh, this color is like really close to that wood handle. Could be a problem. God, there's so much fucking shit going on here, dude. Oh, brother. This guy stinks. It's me. I'm this guy. Alright, I wish I had done a little better of a job here. Okay. We'll change the belt just a little bit, but I actually do think it should generally follow a similar, like, path, if that makes sense. Because it's right there. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's sewed enough onto the, I assume, onto the fabric that it would, in theory, I believe, have, like, the same pattern and, like, lighting generally, not, like, 100%. Honestly, it may technically supposed to be a little lighter, even. But it should generally follow, like, the same rules. But maybe it should be a little lighter because it's technically a little raised and it has, like, a little reflective gem, which might locally reflect a little bit of light onto them. I was going to make it overall just a little bit darker just to, like, try and denote that it was a different material, though. So maybe we'll do that and see where we're at. So if I just kind of, like, swipe over this with a little bit of darkness, that should change everything a little bit without hopefully being too harsh on it. We'll maybe erase some of that over the little gemmy boys. Maybe this is her materia. Okay, let's go in here. Shrink that down. You know why my fingies kind of hurting. Okay. So let's try to maybe hit this here-ish. Like, go over a little. I'm gonna try and, like, shift it a little bit. All right. Oh god. I don't know what's going on with my tracking, but it's not great. I feel like zoomed out, everything looks kind of decent, but, like, zoomed in, I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. It's really hard to work like this. You know what I mean? Oh, brother. This guy stinks. It's me, I'm this guy. Okay. Hopefully, we can stabilize our hand now. Right. Hello? There it is. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. I guess it doesn't really matter if I go and, like, keep the flow, right? Or it's not that it doesn't matter, it's better if I do, even. Because that is the layer above. Oh, wait, am I on the wrong color? Shoot, I have so many colors now. I liked it better when I didn't. Let's try and blend these. We can always get rid of those on the shade layer if we have to. But it might be nice to have like a little extra blend going on. You know, more than one texture is always good. Okay. So now we'll take this for like right here and for there. That, so we'll do like that maybe. And hello? There we go. And let's start blendo dickoing so that it doesn't look as weird. What the hell was that? What just happened? I didn't like that at all. Oh, she's got, I think that's like a bunch of stitching, right? It's like the X's. So that should be like right there, actually. Okay. All right, so there should be basically this like lighter area right there, and that might help us. Hopefully. No. Really thinking we might get rid of these shadows. Like I don't know. They're just not doing it for me. It's weird because I really like this area, but like the rest just isn't it. Oh boy. I don't know, I feel like she's maybe a little too wide, huh? It's a little late to fix it now, so not really anything we can do. It definitely feels that way. Maybe I can like blend this and make this work. Okay. Not too bad. Try and just blend this a little bit so everything looks a little less harsh and like a line drawn and more like an actual crease if we can. I don't know. I don't know if it's really having the effect I want it to have, but I'm trying. Okay. Okay. It looks particularly weird because the sleeve next to it is wrong. It's kind of like a big problem here. I feel like So now, like from here to here looks pretty good. I feel like I still need quite a bit of work over here. I don't know, it doesn't feel quite right. But like from here to here actually looks pretty solid to me. Um, but like here looks okay if I'm ignoring this, and like I feel like this still needs work, of course. But like I don't know, there's like certain things that like look right, but like they look really bad if there's not something right next to it. That's, you know what I mean? Like the tail is kind of throwing out like a lot of this stuff. And I've been thinking of like, how do I do the tail? You know? Like add little tufts, like anime style, I guess. Kind of like this. I don't know, man. Save, actually thinking about it. You never fucking know. You never know what this program. Maybe maybe it's the like what is that fucking thing? Like the quintuple ballpoint thing. Maybe I need to come in on like each of these zones to like add that like just little bit of fine line to maybe help sell it. I don't know. Because that's what happened right here. Although up above, I didn't really do that. And I feel like that looks pretty good too. Maybe I just need another complementary color. Because I think over here it's only really like the two, whereas we have like three over here. So maybe like that two will add extra depth. But maybe we don't want that. I don't know. All right, I'm going to take a huge risk because this is something I keep forgetting about doing. That little like buckle on Ishtola's back. I'm going to take my phone here because we don't want it to show on screen. Ishtola's back. I'm going to Google it. Okay. All right. Damn, everyone's so much more talented than me. I see so many like really good farts. Hashtag fan art, by the way. It's shortened to fart. Nobody has her back drawn though. Oh wait, here. Wait, this is a real person. Okay. Um. Hmm. Bruh. Okay, on Square Enix's website, there's apparently um Dolphy Dream ish Dolphy Dolphy Dollfie Dolphy Dream Ishtola interview with lead character concept artist Ayumi Name. Okay, that is not. There's no way that's ill. Anyway, all right, here we go. So this is straight from Square Enix. They I guess did a interview with the lead designer, but on it is a character design sheet, and it's too fucking blurry to see. But this is the only official picture of her back I can find. And it's just too fucking blurry to see, even zoomed in. Motherfuck, dude. God damn it. Oh well. Um, I don't know. I'm pretty sure on this it's just like a North Star symbol. I did see some cosplays and they were using something with a little dragon on it, but that doesn't really fit her, I don't think. I don't know that the star does either, but it's kind of more plain, you know? I don't know. All right, let's try and work on, I guess, bruh, the arm real quick. I'm really glad we did get to work on. Fuck. You know what? Fine. We're already on this. Why not? We did get to work on this not off stream, on stream during the week. Because I feel like I'd totally not be able to concentrate at all. Like, I'd have no real problem solving right now if this were, like, the only thing I was doing for the day. Like, we're not doing any of what we did in those, like, 2.5, 3 hour sessions during the week today. It's not happening. I'm just not feeling too spicy about it. Okay. So let's try and blend this. Okay. Not too bad so far. So now we will come in and probably do this. Then we'll come in and probably do this. We'll come in and probably do this. We'll hit this with like a little bit of darkness. I feel like it's getting a little too bright here. Then we'll try to just keep our lines going this way for a minute. So it's kind of looking like more of a mess than I thought it would. Maybe like get a couple more like more solid lines in here. Fuck. Sorry. El Sneezo. What if we do this strat real quick? Looks really weird like this. Let's see if it improves at all. Nope, it doesn't. Okay. I think we need to change the arms. I'm not sure though. What I'm thinking is they look a little too smooth. And I want them to feel a little more crumply. And that just doesn't really happen or work with what I'm doing right now. So I might just have to change the arms a little bit. I think we'll be generally pretty okay. Like, I'm not too worried about it. I can probably get away with what we've got now. I don't think it looks particularly bad or anything. I just think it could look a little cleaner. I guess it wouldn't be cleaner technically, but I think it would look cleaner. You would get like more of an edge feeling rather than like here's the straight lines of the edge. Like you would get more of a cloth edge feeling. It would feel more real, I guess. Maybe not. I don't know. In my head it would. But like it kind of ends abruptly. So like here, let's go use this one. So here where it kind of gives the effect of almost like a texture, suddenly it just ends, right? So it's like, what is that texture leading to? That kind of needs to lead out to a bump, I feel like. My phone just go off. Did it? I think it told me I'm live again. Did my stream go down? No drop frames. Interesting. What does it mean? Okay. Oh shit, it's 11:30 already. That's all right. I started a little late. I think I started at like 10:20. Normally I try to start around 10. Usually I'm a couple minutes late because I basically, all right, here's what happens. I will start my computers. I'll get everything ready. Um and then something just won't work. Today everything worked. I just didn't I wasn't sure I was going to like feel physically good enough to do it, so I was like holding out. I think it was just too hot. I don't know, because I'm feeling quite a bit better now, but still. Um, but usually what happens is, wait, hold on, is this all right? We'll address that in a second. Um, monitor this thing, like the pen part won't work. My mic won't work. I have to like shut off one of the computers a couple times to get it to work. I don't know, unplug everything, plug everything else back in. I swear, it's like it knows. It knows that I'm trying to do this. Something knows. So usually something goes wrong, and I'm like all upset about it, and then we're a little bit late. So we're no stranger to it, but we're later than usual. Probably got like another good 15 minutes in us. I didn't crash, did it? Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah, I feel like the arms would come together a lot better if I did have the whatchamacallit, like the little bump, like where it leads to bump. Okay, let's look at these sleeves. So what colors are we working with here? Maybe something like that. I might do. I'm about to sneeze. I don't like it. Can't really see this one on that side, so. Right. Actually, kind of just feels like I'm using the exact same fucking color. Okay. I think this is kind of suffering from that same problem where like the edges are very flat feeling. So like you don't really get a 3D effect the same way I want you to. Now in theory, I could do, like, let's take this for example. Could probably do something like that. That's too much though. Maybe more like that. And then um you know, or we could do this. I don't know, that is that right? That's very easily erasable, so let me know if you think I should stick with something like that. I feel like at a glance, yes, but like I keep just staring at it. Something feels wrong about it. It might just be the color choice, you know? Okay, let's grab that. Let's put this over it. Nope. Hello? No, is it crashing? There we go. That is way too big, isn't it? Okay. I don't know, man. For me, okay. For me, it feels very segmented. Like this is its own style almost. This is its own style almost. This is its own style. This is like an accident, you know? And this is its own style. That is partly because I don't really have a style, right? I'm pretty new to art. I don't, really know what I'm doing. Um, so I learn by looking at other people's work. And so like I take things from what I like out of there and that what I can do out of there and we go where we can. But that unfortunately can mean it doesn't really mesh too well. And I'm also like not consistent. So even when I'm doing like the same technique, it could be an angle I just can't draw well, or, you know, I'm just, drawing too long. And now we're looking at wobblier lines, so it doesn't look as good. Not that it really looked good to begin with. Anyway. Anyone else just want to lick Ishtola's back, or is that just me? What? Okay. We hit him with the Blendo Dicka real quick. What? Somebody say something? Okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Who the fuck is this guy? It's me. I'm him. Not too bad, right? I feel like I need to add some sort of texture to her skin, but I don't really know what, you know? Does that do anything for us? Or does that just kind of make it look a little dirty? I think it does. Alright, let's leave it. I don't know, I need to do something around there, but I'm not sure what yet. Oh shit, I just realized I'm on shade and whatchamacallit. Oh no. Oh god. We're supposed to only be on this. Hopefully that's not gonna be a problem. Okay. Zoom out. Let's do something like this. Okay. more up that alley there. Okay, let's try and blend this as best we can. I don't know. It's once again that thing where the thing I've got it drawn in feels a little more like a container than like an object that I'm drawing, if that makes sense. So like the edges just feel too, to me anyway, they just feel too sharp. Like I need to put some curve in them. Like, I feel like this looks really good because I worked around those edges that I purposefully drew. And then, like, up here, we didn't really have that technology yet, so it just doesn't have the same effect. It feels very flat. This actually might be good hair drawing technology, thinking about it. Maybe just like the slightest hint of a little bit of lightening, just to like add a feeling of less blockiness and a little bit of flow. Cause like when a color just ends up being like the whole solid, like so look at the tail. You have these like lines to kind of guide you, and you're like, well, what is that? But like there's no texture, so it's just like a flat plane, so it has no feeling of depth. It's just white. That white also happens to be like one of the worst colors. That's why our background is like a very light pink. Um, but you know what I mean? Like here and like her face feel very, very flat. The thing is, I don't really want to draw the shadows and stuff for her face because I don't have her face laid out right. I can't lay out her face right because it's too flat. Like I'm at quite the dilemma, right? Right, these feel super flat right now because I only have like one little line to denote some sort of depth. But like right here feels pretty crazy because we have like not only like this dark line to denote like a level of darkness, which implies maybe like a fold inwards where there's less light. It's a bit of a gradient because we used a brush and then like a smearing tool to in effect make it lighter at the edges. We also did multiple strokes at a different opacity, so like where we passed over a couple times and maybe we missed a little part, right? It's inconsistent, so like you know, we did like 1, 2, 3, and only like the center part's as dark as it gets, and then we added like 1, 2, 3 of the light, and then like a different light, and then we blended them, so we have a lot more depth here. Um, and then we have like the edges that aren't very flat. Well, they are flat. They're equally as abrupt, but they're not very straight. You know, they're very ununiform and almost unpredictable. And that adds like a level of depth. We did follow some rules where like in the dips we tried to make it darker to make it feel like a fold, and I feel like we really accomplished that, like particularly here. Here as well, I'm not gonna say it doesn't look like it. I just feel like this looks better. Um, but like we're having more trouble up here because we didn't draw this with that intention because we didn't really know what to expect. So like right here looks a lot better because we did edit it, and here looks kind of decent because we sort of faked it. I feel like we also look okay-ish here, but that's like mostly because of this one area that I did sort of do a little bit on accident. But like the arms themselves feel very flat. The hand is feeling pretty flat. The tail, of course, is flat. The staff, we still have some work to do on. The hand actually isn't that bad, though. Hand's not that bad. Oh, you know what? The hand is above this. I didn't think about that. That's fine. The hand isn't that bad right now. We'll deal with the hand later. It won't be a big problem. I think I'm going to actually go ahead and get off for the morning. Hopefully, we'll be on tomorrow morning. I'm going to save. I don't know. It's again one of those days where I'm not sure I made a lot of progress, but I feel like I didn't. But, you know, I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry it was a bit of a shorter one today, especially since we couldn't really stream mornings this week. But we did get a couple of weeknight streams in for the art, so, you know, it's not too bad, I guess. Anyway, let me know if you happen to watch this. I probably won't get to it, you know, because this releases 8 a.m. tomorrow, and I'll probably be streaming by 10. And you probably won't hear this yet, so I don't know. Nobody really watches these anyway, but well, I don't know what to do about the tail. I think the tail and the face are like my biggest holdbacks. Honestly, I can do better with the hair as well, but I feel like the hair is decent enough that I could get away with doing nothing more to it. I want to do more to it, and I intend to, but I think I could get away with it if I didn't. But the staff, I feel like I can just draw some random ass lines and kind of get an effect. The tail, I'm just not sure what to do to like give it like a puffy effect. Maybe like come off of it in some spots and just like ignore the edge. That might be it. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Have a fantastic day, night, afternoon, whatever it is for you. I appreciate you. I'm sorry we're not doing week morning streams, but hey, we got this. Hopefully, I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, bye.